Yo.
What's good? Okay, I didn't see Slime join. You must have joined at like exact same time.
Oh, what's that supposed to be?
No, I'm just saying y'all must have like joined at the exact same time.
Nah, no.
Cause it didn't even
I
pop
joined,
up that you joined.
probably 2 seconds right after Eddie.
Yeah, cause it didn't even prompt me that you joined. About to play Darren in my league. Boy, oh boy. It's the fact that it has spread like wildfires that I got fired.
Oh, you're talking about like everybody that you work with?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Cause like I've texted a select few to like let them know. And they was like, yeah,
so
we
like, what
heard.
did he say?
This basically, let me 1 second.
They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense getting set for first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
There's a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position.
He lets one fly deep. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also... They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Snags it. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll keep it on the ground, looking for the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Getting set for the point after.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he's going to run it back. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, they call that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
And they try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some space. They didn't do it, and you could tell that's why the ball went nowhere.
He'll turn it loose out to the right. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback and you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
Gonna run it. It's Banks. And they don't pick up anything right there, but at least they avoid in their own end zone.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He fires one deep down the right side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. He is flat slinging it. Tigers hope they can put together an offense like that Deshaun Watson-led group in 2015 that went for over 5,000 yards.
Yeah, and he was so hard to stick out. He was fun to watch, and you watch him scramble around, make plays with his legs. And this offense, it's kind of evolved over the years, and they've changed, but it's pretty much the same. They're going to feature their quarterback. They're going to throw the football, and he's usually a dang stud.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Clemson will send the punt team out. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Running it back, it's Kane. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Here's the handoff. Lights off the defender. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Line gets set, 1st down. He'll put the tight end in motion. Discards a man. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it, and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a 3-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count, it's not a lot of fun.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Back to pass, it's Petrie. Release to the back. Makes the grab on the left. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
He's going to pass on second down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down, you can call them whatever you want.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And he tacks on the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Middle Tennessee is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 17 over South Alabama. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get it.
Just steamrolling the defense. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Throws to the tight end. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And that pass picked off. Bringing it back. The 30. Running inside the 20. He'll go out of bounds at the 4-yard line, and he almost had a pick six.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions, and then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Touch pass on the run. Touchdown, Tigers. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn.
Touchdown, Auburn. Number 6 with the return.
On to attempt the try. Right down the middle. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fair catch, called for and made. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Crosses to 35. All kinds of running room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
2nd down after that incompletion. Back to pass, it's Petrie. He's not afraid to go deep. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
What a beautiful throw and catch. And I'll tell you, sometimes when you're throwing the go route, you can overanalyze things and think, what coverage do we want it against? What matchup are we looking for? But if I've got a guy outside that I know could go make a play, I don't care. I'm throwing it up, and I'm letting him go make a play.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Kane. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last?
Brings it in down the left side. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Leaves it with the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Single back formation, and they give it to it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him up.
Going up top. And that pass is caught at the 25. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Kane. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
Dropping back, it's Petrie. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He'll try to do it himself. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Quick timeout called on the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quick pass on the fly motion. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And they will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy, because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Coming out with it, it's Kane. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. One more snap coming before halftime. From the gun, the ground game. At the 35, he's got room. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Kane. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some...
Running toward the tape. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be a...
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They dialed up the perfect call. Splendid execution. Now they've got it. Threatening 1st and 10 from the 27. A shot toward the end zone. He's got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Scanning the field, it's Petrie. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
And the Auburn offense will take over 1st and 10.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a... He's going for it all. Makes the catch down the right side. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Guys, this offense is already reeling. Now multiple possessions really need to cash in on this drive. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just
going for it all. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And he puts through the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out.
28.
He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. First down for the offense. Looking to pass. It's Petrie. Buys a little extra time. Trying to make magic with his feet. Working on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. He's looking for a man on second down. Extending the play. And it's picked off for the third time today. And he will step out of bounds, but what a way to get the ball back for his offense.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
He's brought down at the 38. Second down coming up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
That is what I'm talking about. Every defensive players want those opportunities. Quarterbacks slide so much. When you can get a big hit on them, that's exactly what you want to do. Make him feel that now so it hurts later in the game.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. He'll pull it down and run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, as soon as he got outside the pocket, the defense smelled blood in the water. Everybody started pursuing it. How about the big hit on the QB outside the pocket? At that point, he's a runner. He's not getting protected anymore. Nice job. He felt that one.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Tigers. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Kentucky is currently up big at this moment in what's shaping up to be a lopsided affair.
Got enough for the first down. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting over this block, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
They'll run it on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Clemson! They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Moves away as he feels pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Petrie. Moving away from pressure. He'll get rid of it. It's caught.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner is stopped. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full account.
Pulls it in on the right. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. And the Tigers want to move quickly. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Big 1st down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of the receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you've got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
Looking deep. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Going for the big play. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Let's go. Talk about having 1 foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man,
he's got it down the left side. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm.
He unleashes a long one. Touchdown, Auburn. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's looking to pass. Gets it out fast. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They got it on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Looking downfield, it's Petrie. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
He'll pull it down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Unloads to the right. Rolls it in. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Defense backed up in this crowd, trying to will them to get a big stop late. Looking to go up top on first down. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn!
Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment, late in the fourth quarter, when you need the two-point conversion?
Trying to run it in. He's into the end zone for the two, and we've got a tie game in the final 2 minutes. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
To the air, it's Petrie. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
He makes the connection, and he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Fires to the wideout. Got it past the marker. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Looking for room, it's Banks.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
All tied up, under a minute to play. He wants to throw here on second down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Down to the 18-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Banks. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. On the run, it's Banks. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. It'll all be decided right here, win or lose on this kick. And it's good. The short field goal for the game. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder.